Bam Adebayo just scored 83 buckets against the Washington Wizards, and the whole NBA landscape loves him for it. And I just wanted to get on here, give my thoughts and reactions to this. And so let's get into the video. This one came as kind of a shock because people, when you talk about pure bucket scorers, which is such a weird and silly term to use, a lot of people would talk like, okay, if Ant did this, okay, this makes sense because it's Anthony. If Luka did it, yeah, no, this makes sense. If Harden's chucking up 33s a game, or Curry, yeah, it would make sense that somebody would get close to Kobe's 81. Because let's be real, it's like as if we've just forgotten Wilt Chamberlain, scored 100. We have videos of him doing everything else, photos of him doing everything else, but like the meme that is reoccurring is you've got everything, even colorized, but we still don't have any evidence of that 100-point game all those years ago. I think, though, what's funny and what's kind of cool with what transpired the other day against the Wizards is when you watch the replays and you watch how the game played out. Spoelstra talked about it. Bam talked about it. It just happened. The game happened. The game came to him. We saw how, what did he have? 31 in the first quarter. And I'm not going to admit that I sat here and watched the whole game. No. I didn't know it happened till it happened and it was over. Because who's going to watch the Wizards and the Heat on a Tuesday night behind a paywall? Not me. But anyways, I think it's cool. I've been keeping up with the NBA in some things. I have seen, like, for example, I know the Pistons... Aren't the Pistons and the Cavs or the Pistons and the Celtics right now battling for the top spot in the East? We know what the West is. We know it's either going through the Spurs or the Thunder. Everybody brace for impact here. Now, other things that did transpire in this as well, you got to look at, how many threes he made because, hey, in that first half, yeah, he was catching fire from the three ball. I think also the other thing too, and I think this is probably something stupid that we will be debating forever when we try to compare Bam to Kobe, is the buckets and like the free throws and stuff. And I'm just gonna say it jokingly right now, but if SGA does this, let me beat you to the point. Nobody's gonna credit it because everybody's gonna go to the stat sheet and go, "Oh, he shot 50 free throws." Yeah, okay, no, that not on my watch, pal. But I think even with how many free throw attempts he took and how many he made, truth is, you also got to look at the fact. I mean, rewind it back to the playoffs last year when SGA, I think it was game 3 or 4 against the Timberwolves where he had a high point night. By the end of the game, you could see that the defenders were getting pretty frustrated and started hard fouling him. And when you look at this kind of game, yeah, the Wizards were starting to hard foul him too. And so I think, like, if we ever want to get into that discussion of, like, okay, how much do these points really matter or anything like that? Do I think free throws add to these games? Yeah, you got to go look at Kobe's. You got to go look at Wilt's. Yeah, they shot free throws in that game. But then also, because we've already gotten into it and people are already debating about it, people are talking about, well, does it compare to Kobe's 81? And a lot of people are saying no because, I mean, when Kobe scored his 81, the Raptors were close. And that game did take Kobe to score 81 to win for the Lakers. But this one, I mean, you look at the score, you knew it was out of reach, and you know that the Heat were going to win it by the end of the third quarter. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, I think it's pretty freaking awesome that Bam Adebayo was able to do this. Bam, Butler, I mean, the years, I mean, with Tyler Hero in his early career, I think Juzang came around later after that 2020 final run, but like the 23 final run, like this is fun Heat basketball, and I think this will go into the archives and stuff because he set the record, right? Like Heat all time, no other Heat player has had this many buckets. I think either D Wade or LeBron was second on the list there. I think Bam's a legit player. He's always been a legit player, which is why I think Miami picked him over Butler ultimately, like before Butler left. But then, why he left was a whole video discussion for another time. But anyways, guys, I thank you for listening to me ramble and give my thoughts. Hopefully he can build on this because right now, the East, the East is the East. At worst, they'll make the play-in, but hopefully they can try to push and get, you know, a 5th or a 6th seed. But we'll just see. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.